What's up, people? This your boy Tuz right here. I'm riding with my wife Edie. Edie again. We coming back from a trip. I just did a story called New York Blue, and we got about an hour to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another story. And this is not one that I wrote one of my books off of, but I was gonna write this one down, but I couldn't forget it even if I tried. Anyway, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Royce TV, Royce Crispy, and I want to give a shout out to Jerry Cash for helping me make this happen, and of course to my beautiful wife Edie. So, the name of this story is called Coffee. Okay, so I had a salt case, and I was doing time for this salt case, and when you get a celly, I had a lot of items, and you can only have so many items in the sale. So I ran a store. So, and what you want to do if you run a store in prison, you want to get a celly that ain't got nothing. And so the benefit from him of not having nothing is that you cook up all the time. So you don't have to eat in the chow hall all the time, because when you make your crock pot full of food, you just make some extra, and he know he gonna get a meal every day. And so when he ain't got nothing, he can get something, you know. He might find somebody that's selling some shoes on the hill for, you know, they done lost in a tunk game or a dice game or something, and they selling some shoes for 4-packs. He ain't got nobody sending him no money or nothing like that, but he know he can get the 4-packs from you. And, you know, it's just a mutual respect type thing. You know, he ain't no punk or nothing like that. You ain't sexually involved with this dude. You just, y'all gelling. That's how it is. Y'all gelling together. And when one of your customers come, even if you ain't in the sale, if he know he a regular, he can come get 2 bags of chips for $2 on store day, that kind of thing. So he kind of like you know, help you with the store and everything else. You got to bring a bunch of stuff in from another hill. He helped you out, you know. So it worked out. So anyway, man, I had this celly named Graylin. He's a good dude, man. I liked him. And we gelled real good together. But there's only one problem with Graylin, man. He loved coffee. And that was cool that he loved coffee, because I kept coffee, even though I didn't drink the shit. Because coffee is like dope in jail. That shit sell. You get a bag of coffee, man, you could trade it for stamps. You smoke, you could trade it for cigarettes. Hell, coffee was like money. So anyway, Graylin come in the cell. It was stored there. He go buy in 2 bags of coffee with a steak tip, and he thumped the bag and shit. He said, "Yeah, man." He measuring that shit out. Man, I gotta go make a sale, man. I said, "Go make a sale? What, you selling some dope, man? Cause man, I don't know fucking dope in the sale with me, you know." He said, "No, man, I'm selling this coffee." I said, "Coffee?" He said, "Yeah." So he put some in the napkin, scurry off to the motherfucking hill, and come back. He got some stamps. Come back again. I got another sale. He thumped the bag again. He put a little bit there. Oh, that's too much. You gotta put something back in the bag. And he scurry out to the motherfucking hill again. He come back. He got some chips. And this go on and on and on. This fucking coffee. And I'm like, man. You know, now you get some coffee from me, I'm gonna give you a fucking bag or 2. If I give you 2 bags, bring me back 2 bags on store day. I'm not piecing no fucking coffee out with you. I ain't trying to be arrogant. I ain't going through all this shit. So, but anyway, he just go on and on with this coffee. Come back, he got 2 soups. Come back, got 2 sodas. Come back. Then he come back. Oh man, dude want my coffee, and I'm gonna give him some on credit. But he gets some on credit, you know, he gonna give me back the same amount. So I'm gonna make sure. Now look how much this is, Sally, because I want double that much back, you know. And I'm trying to respect the man, but it's some petty ass shit, and I'm really trying to, you know, watch this basketball game. I ain't trying to hit this shit by no fucking 2 scoops of coffee. But like I said, different people hustle on different levels. I gotta respect the man's hustle. I'm like, yeah, man, okay, I remember that. Even though that sounds like some bullshit to me. You know, I ain't gonna remember no damn shit like that. But anyway, he go out, and it's go on. So finally, I said to myself, you know what? I'm tired of this fucking shit. So he go come up with this jar. He get a plastic jar that has some lemonade in it and shit. He cleaned that motherfucker out, look like for an hour. He wiping on it and shit as if it's gold. He pour that last jar of coffee into this jar and he hold it up and shake it and shit. And damn, man, this shit gotta last me all month. These motherfuckers think they finna get all my coffee because you only get state tip once a month. And I'm saying, hold on, son, you need some coffee, man. I got bags of this shit right here, bro. No, man. I gotta get it on my own, man. I'm a hustler too. I said, okay, man, you hustler too, man. Gotta respect the man's hustle. So he go out, come back in. Go out, come back in. I said, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fix this motherfucking shit. Every time he go out, he come back in, he hold the coffee up and he look and see how much he gonna have left. And I gotta hear a speech about how I gotta last him all month. I said, all right, I know how to fix this shit. So I open up a bag of coffee. And when he leave the cell, I pour some in his coffee. He come back, he hold that motherfucker up. He gonna make a couple of sales, he come back. I pour some more in his jar. And this go on all day long. He come back, damn, man, I done sold all this coffee. Man, he had fucking Doritos, soups, a fucking 12-pack of soda, a whole bunch of stamps, and the coffee's still the same. I'm steady pouring this fucking coffee in this jar. I'm steady pouring it. The next day, the same thing. He ain't know this shit. He coming in there, he busting the heel, coming back. Busting the heel, coming back. Busting the heel. I done ran through 3 things of coffee. He got a bed full of shit, full of bullshit. And I'm steady pouring coffee at that mark he got. He said, man, this is crazy, man. I done sold all this shit. He said, Sally, look at all this shit. Look at all this shit I got. I said, yeah, man, you got a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of shit. That's how I was thinking. So he said, but that ain't the thing, man. I still got the same amount of coffee. I said, yeah, man, that's cool, man. That's cool, Sally. So I'm thinking he gonna get enough of this shit and he gonna leave this shit alone. But nah, he go on and on and on. It's okay. I go to my partner, Big Dave. I say, hey, Dave, we got all the coffee, man. You got some special coffees, man? Because Dave got a big-ass store, way bigger than mine. I deal with the wing. Dave deal with the fucking heel. I ain't that big. So anyway, he said, yeah, man, how many you need? I said, man, give me about 4 of them, man. He throw me 4 of them coffees and shit. I come back, open another one, and every time he leave the cell, I pour some in. Finally, man, about the 3rd day of this shit, he keep coming in the room, and he keep just holding up the jar, just staring at it, man, as if mesmerized or some shit. He said, hey, Sally, man, you put any coffee in this thing? I said, man, you know I don't drink coffee. Yeah, I know, I just, yeah, you right. He leave out the room. He come back about 5 minutes later. He hold the jar up, he look at it again. He stared at that jar for about 5 minutes, man. I'm sitting there laughing like a motherfucker. Like, man, it finally gonna dawn on this dude. Then I'm putting this fucking coffee in this jar. But it don't. He leave out again. He come back, he make a big ass sale. I don't know what the fuck he traded for, but there's a bunch of bullshit. Summer sausage, some cheese, and some more shit. He do about half the fucking jar. I said, okay. He come out to go make that sale. That motherfucker come back. I pour it, filled it right back up to that mark. But this time I left out the cell. I come back in the cell, he's standing there on the bed, just staring at this damn jar of coffee. He said, Sally, you sure you ain't put no coffee in here? I said, man, you know I don't drink coffee. I never told him I didn't put nothing in there. I said, you know I don't drink coffee. Gotta watch my words. So he steady staring at this coffee. Later on that night, he waking up in the middle of the night, he clicked the light on. He don't want to disturb me, but I'm up, man. Shit, you know, been in them dope houses and shit, motherfucker moving around, you gonna get up. So he opened up his locker, pulled the jar out, he hold that motherfucker up and he looking at it and shit and shaking it and looking at it and shit. I look down at him and shit, looking down at the motherfucker, that fucking jar, man. I smirk, roll over, and go on to sleep. The next day, this shit go on and on and on, man. for about a week, man. He keep coming to get some coffee, and I keep filling that motherfucker up. He went through about 4 bags of Big Dave's coffee. I'm gonna, when store day come around, I'm gonna get some more coffee, man. I'm gonna get about 10 bags, man. We gonna keep this shit going. So finally, man, he come in the cell and he start packing his shit one day. I said, man, what the fuck, man? What's up, man? You want a hoe? Because, when a motherfucker get into it with a motherfucker on the hill and you going to the hoe, first thing you want to do before you go bust a motherfucker's head, you got to go pack your shit. Unless you got a celly like me that going to pack all your shit, make sure you get your shit and all that kind of thing. So I'm like, damn, celly, you ain't got to pack your shit, man. You go to home, man, I'm going to pack your shit, man. You going to get all your shit. He said, no, man, I ain't worried about that. I said, well, what you worried about? He said, man, I don't know if I'm going to come back at all. I said, what you mean you don't know if you're going to come back at all? He said, man, I had to go see the psychiatrist. I said, what? He said, this jar, man, I got a magic jar of coffee. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, man, I've been talking to the psychiatrist, man, because everybody think I'm crazy. He said, man, he said, look at my locker. He opened that locker up. Man, that motherfucking locker, I don't know how the fuck he got it closed. That motherfucking locker had a half the floor in that motherfucker. That motherfucker went on the hill and got half of everybody's shit for coffee. That motherfucking store, that locker, man, was full as a motherfucker with bullshit. He could have started his own store. So he said, man, I bought all this stuff and the jars on the same spot. The psychiatrist said, man, I need to come and see her, and they might have to admit me. I said, man, you ain't going no fucking where, man. He said, no, Sally, I got to do it, man, because I'm going crazy in this motherfucker. I said, man, go tell that bitch, man, ain't nothing wrong with you, man. He said, man, what's up? I said, man, I've been pouring that fucking coffee in that jar. He said, what? What? That was you? That was you? I said, fuck yeah, man. You went through 7 bags of coffee plus the ones you put in there, man. He said, damn, Sally, that's fucked up, man. I'm going crazy like a motherfucker, man. I'm thinking I went crazy. I thought I had a fucking magic jar of coffee. I said, man, ain't got no fucking magic jar of coffee, nigga. Go tell the bitch, man, you ain't moving nowhere, man. I need my Sally, man. If you get a good Sally, man, I'm gonna tell you, the moral of the story is, man, you get a good celly, you got to keep a good celly if you in the joint, man. They're hard to come by, man. They like gold, just like coffee. Anyway, I thought I'd share that story with y'all. Peace out. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. If you like the story, subscribe, comment. Whether you like it, don't. Anyway, hit me up. I know some of y'all gonna say that's fucked up. It was. I ain't know motherfucker gonna do some shit like that. Go to psychiatrist, but like I said, man.